You cannot have $1,000,000 life with a $20 mindset. Let's put some makeup on and talk about transformation. One of the biggest catalysts for change that you're ever going to experience is discomfort. Nobody would ever change if they stayed comfortable. This energy right now is ripe with discomfort. Pluto is going in and it is unearthing anything and everything to show you the areas of your life that you've been living out of alignment. You've been masking, you've been hiding it. You've been pretending that everything is okay every single day. It's no big deal. Meanwhile, you are barely holding it together on the inside and you are living way below your potential. The time has come to stop all of that. All of the masking, all of the hiding, all of the running, all of the pretending everything's going to be okay, because the only thing it's going to get you is resentful and burnt out. So in order to really lean into this energy, you have to sit your bottom down and write out the life you want. Get clear on what you want. When is the last time you were really honest with yourself about your desires, your dreams, your goals, right? When is the last time that you sat down and faced the fact that you are meant to be so much bigger than the life that you're living right now? Transformation is not easy, but it requires rigorous honesty. Every time you dim your light to satisfy someone around you, you lose your momentum. You lose your steam. Okay, my sister, she teaches human design. All of us have a very distinctive design. I'm going to tag her account in this video. If you can figure out your human design and lean into how you make decisions, specifically you, your person, your life will forever be changed. So you're going to sit down, you're going to write down a list of the life that you want, not the life that you have, the life that you truly want, that you would be truly happy living. And you are going to get up every single day and make decisions from that place. And if the decisions that cross your path, they don't resonate with that version of you, make a different decision. Now, when we change, it makes the people around us extremely uncomfortable because people base their reality off of who they believe other people to be, right? So if the people around you are believing that you're a certain way, then they can gauge that, they can run with that. It makes them very comfortable. When you start to change, it causes discomfort in them. And you're going to have to be strong enough to tolerate that discomfort until they can adjust to the new version of you. This means staying calm. This means regulating your nervous system. And this means holding your boundaries in the face of absolute tantrums, sometimes even by grown people. People don't like change. Okay, people don't like change, but change is necessary for you to become the version of yourself that you know you're meant to be. And every single day, it will get easier and easier and easier. Sometimes you're going to have a good cry. Sometimes you're going to have a little fall apart, but you're going to get back up. You're going to dust yourself off. You're going to read that list that you created and you're going to keep going. And the coolest part about this is you are not in it alone. Hundreds of thousands of people all across the world are going through this, if not millions together at the same time right now. That girl sitting next to you at work that you never even had a conversation with, she's probably going through hell right now. You guys inspire each other. Share your journey with the people around you. And if you find that the people around you aren't on that same journey, find new people. I just had this conversation with somebody very, very close to me. You need expanders in your life. If you are constantly having to explain, water down, take somebody through things step by step by step by step, every time you make a decision, that is going to slow down your decision-making process. It is going to muddy the waters, and it's ultimately going to shake your confidence. So what you need to do is get yourselves in the rooms with people who are on the same trajectory as you. You can have a conversation with somebody who makes 3 times the amount of money you make and who has a completely different life, and they're going to be like, oh yeah, bet, go for it. Or you can have a conversation with the same people doing the same things and they're going to ask you 20 million questions and make you feel like you're crazy. What if you're not crazy? What if they're not there yet? And that's okay. It's not your job to take everybody with you. It is your job to be responsible and accountable for yourself, your decision, and your actions. And that radical accountability, when you stop blaming other people, when you start looking at your life and saying, you know what, this is an area that I want to change, I'm going to make this change, that's how you get your power back. No longer are you leaking energy and saying, oh, I can't change this because so-and-so said this, and I can't change that because my man's not doing that, or my friends aren't doing this. You're like, no, I'm changing that, point blank, period. I don't need anybody else's approval or co-signing to do it. Also, no is a complete sentence. If somebody doesn't understand what you're doing, you don't have to be mean. You don't have to be nasty. You can simply say, my current life is kind of out of alignment with my goals right now, and I'm going to do some things to change that So it might seem like I'm distant or it might seem like I'm disinterested. That's not the case at all. I'm just going to go ahead and really start focusing on the areas that I want to see some change in. And then they're going to freak out. They're going to melt down. They're going to be like, "Ah!" And you're going to circle back and be like, yeah, I understand. I know change is uncomfortable, but this is something I need to do for myself. And what you are going to learn when you start communicating in that way and taking your power back, you are going to learn the people that are on your team for you and the people that are on your team because they're benefiting from your lack of boundaries. Most people don't even realize that they're benefiting from your lack of boundaries. It's just simply the way they are and the way that they operate. So it doesn't have to be this big, oh, you are benefiting from my lack of boundaries and you're trying to manipulate me. No. We're just going to take some notes and we're going to watch how people act and we're going to watch how they respond and we're going to collect data and we're going to collect information and we're going to make our decisions accordingly. No more leaking power. When you realize that somebody has a certain pattern or a certain way of behaving and you've pointed that out and they're still refusing to make the change, that's good information that will teach you how to navigate yourself moving forward when you're having interactions with that particular person, place, or thing. It's not for you to change everybody. But the coolest part is when you start sticking to your guns, when you start really sticking to your boundaries, you become extremely magnetic. Okay. And I want you to think a magnet. A magnet has two specific charges. It will repel some things and it will pull in other things. So when you really hold that field of this is who I am, this is who I'm becoming, these are the decisions I'm making, you will very quickly start to repel the things that are not for you, but you will also find yourself drawing in the things that are. And the last leg of this journey, this is about consistency. This is about showing up even when you don't feel like showing up because you're somebody who is worthy of being shown up for. This means once you make a plan and you say, this is what I'm going to do, you get up and you do it no matter what. We don't make a plan when we're in a state of dysregulation. We don't make a plan when we're in a state of fear. We make a plan when we're calm, cool, collected. We've had a nice bath. We've had an everything shower and we're sitting down and we're getting clear with our goals. And then the next day you decide to activate that plan and to walk through it no matter what. You are going to face your deepest, darkest demons when you try to change. Our minds are wired for safety. They are not wired for success. So that means once you activate this plan, no matter how good you felt about it last night, in the morning when you get up to do it, your brain is going to do everything humanly possible to shut that down because your brain doesn't understand what's on the other side of that new version of you. It's up to you to say, no. We're doing this. We're moving forward. I'm sticking to the plan. And every time you go through something that is your plan, your brain starts to learn that new version of you and it starts to understand that it's safe again. This is where we really go back to that tip that I gave you about not explaining everything you do all the time. Because if it's taking everything in you to follow this plan, you are not going to have the bandwidth all along the way to explain this to other people. And if you're trying to explain things to other people while you're dysregulated, you're more likely to collapse. So you have to be incredibly mindful of your energy and your energetic leaks. Okay, be mindful. Is this conversation with this person going to drain you right now? And you're already doing everything in your power to be successful. Maybe don't take that phone call right then, right? So navigate your day accordingly. If you see an incoming call from somebody on your cell phone and you're already in a mood because you're trying to do something you've never done before, just call them back later. Don't respond to the text. Don't respond to the phone call. Do the things you need to do. Use your time and your energy accordingly. See you tomorrow.